How's it going, guys? Bring Your Platoon here once again, and welcome to another great game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be in, once again, the Object 263, the Tier 9... No, the Tier 9. The Tier 10 Russian tank destroyer that has a very great and accurate gun. It's also fast, and it has decent camo rating at 42 concealment out of 100. Just going to go down the quick statistics of the tank, even though I already did this for another video, but let's do it again! So, penetration for this 130mm gun is as follows: 290 for the standard AP rounds, 330 for the premium APCR ammunition you get, and you do 550 alpha for each shot on average for both AP and APCR. You get 75mm of penetration for the high explosive rounds, and those can do 750 on average per shot. Or more. Or less. Because that's how RNG works. Accuracy. 0.32. This is without anything on it. This is all just base stuff you're hearing. The aim time is a little disappointing at 2.5, but it is a Tier 10 TD. So, I kind of wish the aim time was more around 2.2 or... I don't know. Less than 2.5 because it does not have a 155mm gun, although it is Russian, so that would explain the longer aim time. But that aim time is from the Tier 9 as well, the SU-122-54, so that's pretty disappointing that it doesn't at least go down from tier to tier, or going up in tier, I should say. But it's got 32 degrees of traverse speed per second, 32 degrees a second traverse speed. Its view range is 390. I usually take, as you can see, I'm using Binox for one of the equipment slots. I also use a gun rammer and a gun laying drive just because this thing cannot have vents on it, simply for the fact of it has no roof over the ass end of the tank, and that's why it can't have vents, because it is an open top tank, which means Artie is obviously going to be your biggest enemy here, but like, I am tearing through this E4's turret with standard ammunition. It is phenomenal that you get APCR for this thing. If it was heat, it wouldn't be nearly as good, but I love the fact that you get APCR instead of heat. I don't know. I just love it. And then if you bounce, you just switch to APCR and get 330 premium pen, but that's not that great for a Tier 10 tank destroyer, to be honest. But disregarding that, it's all good. But yeah, I also use extra combat rations on this tank just to up the DPM and aim time a bit, as well as the accuracy. They should really implement something on console where if you look at your stats with upgraded or with added equipment on it, they change. But I understand that would be kind of difficult to do. Or would it? I don't think it would be that difficult, because if a website can do it, then a live video game adaptation should not be too difficult to program and implement. But that's just me. I'm not a coder. I don't know how hard that shit is to do. It just sounds all very complicated to me. But if they can do it, they should. But yeah, you can really see the potential of sniping in this thing. It's highly accurate. It's such a good fucking sniper. I cannot understate how great it is to have this much accuracy as well as the alpha. And if we were to compare the 130mm gun of the Object 263 with the Tier 9 Waffle, the Waffenträger auf Panzerfair, if I'm even pronouncing that right. So, it's a little weird. This thing is a 12.8 centimeter gun for the the Tier 9 Waffle. And it's got 276 pen, a 560 alpha, and then 352 pen for 560 alpha as well. Now that confuses me. Why would a Tier 9 gun... Well, yeah. Well, it's a Tier 10 gun on a Tier 9 tank, but why would a Tier 9 tank have more premium pen than a Tier 10 one? And the 263 is only 0.01 more accurate than the Waffle 4, or the Tier 9 Waffle, and the Tier 9 Waffle has 2.1 aim time. But, again, I mentioned the nationality differences. Russian guns will be usually more alpha with a longer aim time, and since it doesn't have more alpha, it also has more aim time, because that makes sense for some reason. I don't know. But, disregarding that little issue that I have with the tank, comparing it to other stats of other tanks, it's great. I love it. The only thing I don't love about this tank is that it can be overmatched in the roof of the upper plate chassis, or the roof of the chassis, by anything bigger than 100 and anything bigger than 90 millimeters in caliber, which sucks. And now it looks like this game is coming to an end for me, and it will be very shortly. But this is going to actually be a win. If it was a loss, I would be more hesitant to upload it, but I don't know how that missed. I should have just aimed the damn shot. Another small complaint I have about this gun is, well, the tank itself, is the gun arc that this thing has is kind of shit. I wish you could turn the gun a little bit more before having it to stop, if that makes any sense. I wish you could make the gun barrel go a little bit more left and right. There. Just very basic general understanding. But no, it's locked in place at a very limited engagement area, and that kind of sucks, which means you have to move more, which makes your aiming balloon pop out. And there's really nothing you can do about that, which is why it is a sniping tank. You never want to go toe-to-toe with heavies in this thing. You can DPM the shit out of them if, and only if, you're hull down, because then they only have a 50-50 chance to go through your angled upper plate. Not upper plate, but the superstructure. Like where the Jagdpanzer E100 superstructure is, that area of the tank. But yeah, that was... there was plenty of tanks left, and I had already knocked up around 7,500 damage, so I figured this was a good game to upload, showing the capabilities of the sniping in this tank. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.